Hey everyone, welcome back to Double D Vintage Baseball Cards. My name is Dylan, and I have one of the funnest episodes I've ever done. And I haven't done it yet, I understand, but I have wanted to do this episode since my friend Dan Oldsarge Collects. He's doing a VR, and he wants to know our two favorite teams and why they're our favorite teams. You guys obviously know that my favorite team of all time is the Angels. I grew up with the Angels. But you guys probably don't know my second favorite team, which is crazy, the team that you'll hear me say. And there's reasons for all of these. So first off, Dan, thank you for doing this. I spent lots of weeks in the ocean thinking about how I wanted to do this VR. How did I want to share my experience with the Angels and how I fell in love with the Angels and my other team? And so, over the weeks, I came up with a plan, and tonight I went to film, and I was going to be standing in front of you guys and doing all kinds of stuff, but then literally just setting up, I broke my snake. And I'm all like, so I started like going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I have everything out, ready to go. Looked around the room for like 30 minutes, trying things, jimmy rigging stuff, taping stuff, trying all kinds of things. And then I saw on my wife's desk, she has this other snake-like thing. And I was able to get this shot you're looking at right now. So best I could do is like pop. What did I just do? I could pop out. Oh my gosh, I can't even do that. So this is your view, guys. This is your view tonight. You're still going to be able to see cards. And I want to get into the cards. And every card I share tonight is going to have a story, at least for the Angels. And then my other team, I mean, there's lots of stories to go with those two. But the Angels, guys, and Dan, check out Dan's channel. I love watching his videos. I love the cards that he shares. He goes all over the place and yet also is like focused on things. I just love it. But I just want to get right into the story. So thanks, Dan, for doing this. Your name's probably going to come up 10 more times. And so are a bunch of other YouTubers in this. And I'm going to share cards as I go along. First and foremost, I grew up near Angel Stadium in Huntington Beach, California, and the Angels were my team. You know who was my guy? None other than Wally Joyner. And my favorite baseball card, my favorite Angels card in the history of my life is this Wally Joyner 1987 Topps cards. The first year I collected baseball cards. It's the first year I ever opened well, I'm not going to say it's the first year I ever collected baseball cards. I actually think it was prior, but this is the first year I was getting packs. I was buying packs. My dad was buying me packs when I struck out guys. This card, to me, like I said in the beginning, I'm going to be sharing cards that mean something to me, that are my favorite cards for my collection. This is from Shane, Shoebox Legends. I would not know about these Topps buybacks if it wasn't for Shane. For him to find this and send this to me with a Rookie Cup Wally Joyner card that he knows I love, like, it's just incredible. I never would have found this card in my entire life if it wasn't for YouTube. Man, I could spend 25 minutes on that card, which is insane. And I'm kind of going to, because I'm going to go show you guys another card. I shared this. I bought this pack. Sorry about all the focus and everything. Literally, I'm using a new setup. So all this lighting is not going to be great tonight, guys. But it doesn't matter. This pack, I bought this at my local card shop back in Huntington Beach when I went and visited, and I found this the rack pack, and it was $5 and had a Wally Joyner on the cover. I dug through his stuff and I found this one. I was blown away. $5. So I've had this on my wall ever since, and it's got Fernando Valenzuela from the Dodgers, which you guys will hear about the Dodgers later. And no, they're not my second favorite team. Especially not my second favorite team growing up. I did not like the Dodgers. So that started something right there. And especially on YouTube. And then guys would just send me stuff. Doug, Decon, Doug, dude, I forgot his new name of his channel, but it'll be posted, Doug. Sorry, Decon Man. My friend sends me all kinds of goodness. And he sent me that Beckett in the background. And then he sent me this. Wally Joyner 87 Donruss with the Toys R Us logo. Now, here's my issue, is that maybe Doug didn't send me this one. I have to go in my, either in my Excel spreadsheet and look, or I have to go back and watch the videos, because I got more gifts from so many guys. Pepino Man, I think this is from Pepino Man. All these Wally Joyner cards on the top of these rack packs. Like, is this a joke? Like, who would have ever thought in a million years that there were more of these? I didn't. And then I'd have friends in this hobby in another state, in different countries, and we collect and we see what each other like, and we send each other gifts. It's just crazy. And then this one could be from Dave, Legends of the Dugout. And then I have another one that could be from him too, because I've gotten so many of these. I think, dude, oh man, I apologize, because literally I have this stuff written down, but I don't remember. I've gotten so much insane stuff, but all these are displayed right now on one of my walls. And this one could be from, I want to say, was it Eric Fourleaf or Justin? I think it might have been Justin at Nerds. I think at, gosh. Well, regardless, the point of this is like just magical friendships that have been created through YouTube, and magical collections that I'm attaining here. These rack packs of all these Wally Joyners is just extraordinary. I thought I hit the lottery finding the one at my old card shop, and then I come across YouTube and friends can look and they find things and they have them in their collection. So I apologize if I got any of those names wrong. I can't remember all of them, and I wrote them down, and just like, it's just awesome. But my second favorite Wally Joyner card of all time is this one from Doug as well. And I have this card already. This is from Doug's childhood collection. And for me to have a friend's childhood collection of a player that I collected as a kid, it's really special. And this one actually is out of its sleeve right now because it's lined up to get slabbed up in one of my slabs. And I can't wait to put it in one of my Double D slabs. Like, how good is this? How good looking is this card? I remember going to Toys R Us and buying the set of these when I was a kid. In 87, right there. I mean, these are awesome. And they have the gloss on them. First glossy cards I ever owned, actually. Very first glossy cards before Upper Deck. Topps did glossy. And they did these. I think these are probably even glossier than the Tiffany's. If not, they're just as glossy. Just love this card. So let me put this back in its sleeve, because this is getting graded, dude. And Doug, your name's going to be on the label. Just treasure it. So those are my favorite Wally Joyner cards, and Wally Joyner was my guy. I grew up going to the Angel games. I grew up going to these games with my dad. He would take me, and we'd go on Little League, and we'd walk around the field, and you could see my Little League. Let's see if I can hit. Gosh, why doesn't it zoom out? I can't zoom out more. Bummer. Well, I'm scared to move it. Well, you see my Little League days back there, guys. I was going to, my mom made that. She does those craft, I always talk about the decollage and the crafting. That's where I get that stuff from. My mom always made these books. But when I was a kid, I walked around Angel Stadium, and I got to go on the outskirts of the field, as Little Leaguers get to do, or used to get to do anyways. And it was one of the greatest days of my whole life. It's the closest I've ever been to a field. Like, I didn't touch the actual field. I touched the, whatever you call that, the safety track, whatever that thing is called. I totally forgot. We walked that, and my dad, and we sat in the same spot in the outfield all the time. And he remembers this. One year, and you can see right here is 1991, I went to an all-star game with my dad And at the All-Star game, we got to watch all these incredible players, Bobby Bonds, Reggie Jackson. I mean, well, I don't even, yeah, I'm not, dude, to be honest, I'm not sure who, I don't know if these guys were even in, no, there's no way. Yeah, George Foster wasn't playing, Billy Williams wasn't playing. So I saw Reggie Jackson, I think, that day. That's hilarious, right? My dad says we saw Reggie Jackson play that day. And I assume, you know what, I probably should look. I've never even looked up who played in the 1991 All-Star game. But these were given out at the All-Star game, and I went around as a kid and collected the heck out of these. I had like 30 of them. Still have a whole pile. They're beer stained. Like, I was grabbing these everywhere because I protected these. And I remember back then going, limited edition. I mean, it's just awesome. I kept these ever since. And this brings up the next guy I'm going to share and the next card I'm going to share and how it's connected. My buddy and all your buddy as well, everyone out there, Jason, Mr. Fisherbike, we did a trade. And I had a Johnny Bench rookie card. And I traded him for this Dave Winfield 1/1 Angels card. 1991 Topps. I think it's 91, yeah? 91 or 92? 91, I'd have to say. 91 Topps, there it is. For that Johnny Bench. And what's so cool is Jason has this framed with Reggie's autograph on it. Now, he thought it would be perfect for me because I shared these before, but in all honesty, I don't have room to store anything. Literally, I don't have room to put up even that. Those are in boxes. Those are just up in a box. So I said, dude, what else you got? And I got this, and I just love it. 1/1 stamped up there. It's just an awesome card. Dave Winfield. And another connection I have for you guys is that. Put that right there. Dude, this is my glove, my Little League glove. I had 2 Little League gloves. This is my second. This is when I made the All-Stars, and you'll see, that's my glove right there. That's the glove. My All-Star. Right? No, I borrowed that glove that day. Man, where is my glove? Let's see if it's up there. There it is. Right there. There's the glove. When I was on the Cardinals. Right there. There's this glove. I use this even when I played softball later in life because I still fit it and I wrecked it. But this is a Dave Winfield glove. So that's why he showed me this, that's what I wanted. Like, Dave Winfield was my guy. Put that right in the glove there. I mean, is that not awesome? And then knowing my buddy Jason has this signed, and I hand collected these in the stadium with beer all over them, wiping them off. And I played with this glove forever. It's on my wall. I still have it on my wall. Look at that thing. Signed this thing 1,000,000 times. I never greased it or anything, so the thing just got shredded, but it's so good. I thought about restoring it. I have, but you know what? I'm never going to use it again. I retired from softball last year, or 2 years ago. I retired from softball forever. Of course, I'd play a random game with friends or something, but I hit a home run my very last at bat in my softball career. Hit it over all their heads, ran around as a guys league over here in Hawaii, and it's like bombers out there, and it was my only home run of the season. And it was sick, and it was my last at bat I ever had. So everything just comes full circle. So I figured I don't need to use that glove anymore, and I just keep it as it is. And this mini bat, I grew up going and getting mini bats every time I went to Angel Stadium. This is Garrett Anderson. This is later, probably, I was going to say 2002. So 2003, I went to Angel Stadium. We went to a Angels game, me and my wife, the day I asked her to marry me. I took her on a hot air balloon ride at like 5 a.m. in Temecula, California. Took her on a hot air balloon ride, and I'm scared to death of heights. But I figured it was time to just man up and, do both. I figured if I could do that, after I'd have no problem asking her to marry me. So I asked her to marry me next to the car, not near the the hot air balloon or anything. But anyways, of course, she said yes. But we went to an Angel game after, and all my friends came and her friends, and we celebrated and just had a glorious time. I was looking for a photo to share with you guys. I spent like 2 hours looking for one, and I couldn't find one on my computer, but I know one exists. But yeah, Angels, man. All right, next card. Just a card, an Angels card. I have no idea who this guy is, but this card in particular happens to be an Angels card, and it happens to mean a great deal to me. This is a 1/1 Super Refractor autograph from 2007 Bowman Chrome. Me and my buddy Danny, I talk about him all the time. We were obsessed with baseball cards for like 5 years. We were going to Frankensons and buying boxes and going on blowout during the week and buying cases and having them at the house. We played pool and we had a pool table. Like, we were living the life. Like, we were like 23, till like 29 or something like that, give or take a few years on both ends. And we were buying boxes and cases like crazy. And he pulled this 1/1 Super Refractor, and they weren't worth millions of dollars back then, but it was still the best pull of his life and of our life up to that point, until I pulled that 1/1 Evan Longoria actual art piece in 2008, Allen and Ginter. That's on the poster. The actual painting is his rookie card. I pulled that next to my friend Danny, who pulled this when we were in the car. So he gave me this last year, basically a custodian. I told him I just have it on my wall forever. He sent this in to get grading way back whenever. I didn't even know. And I was at his house this last year, and this and a few others that mean something. So my favorite Angels cards, just every one of these has a special place. The next two are more what it means to me as a collector cards. We got this Reggie autograph from 1990 Upper Deck Heroes. There is just nothing not magical about this card. I didn't know this card existed when I was a kid because I wasn't buying Upper Deck in 1990. They were too expensive for me. Literally, I probably opened 2 packs of 1990 Upper Deck when I was a kid, if that. I opened 3 packs of 89 Upper Deck when I was a kid. Literally 3 packs. I pulled 2 Griffies. I got 2 for Christmas, and I bought 1 on the side. And I got 2 Ken Griffey Juniors. I did not pull 2 Reggies. And so in 1998, I didn't know these existed. If and when I opened a pack or I saw the boxes, I didn't even know you could pull an autograph back then. It wasn't until later in life. It wasn't until this came out that I knew autographs came in packs. And this thing is insane. Nolan Ryan, 1991 Upper Deck autograph, numbered out of 2,500, goes perfectly right here. Both Angels cards, and Angels front and center. Reggie signed over his Angels uniform, 44. And Nolan's holding up the ball in this one of his no-hit. What number is that? Number 3 that he got with the Angels. Just a special card indeed, because my best friend growing up, along with my friend Danny, who that last card was pulled, we have a friend named Dave. We call him Spidey. Still best friends with the guy. They both come visit me. We hang out. He was a huge collector. He had a museum in his house. My friend Dave, his family had a doll museum in the house and a clock museum, figure museum, the whole house. Every inch, every wall was cases of collectibles. And my friend's family, my friend's mom, would come home every day or every week with a box of Upper Deck from 91, and they were hunting for this and the Jordan. But this was their main hunt. And they collected the whole set. I actually have his set that he correlated with his mom, all in penny sleeves, in a box upstairs, because about 15 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I traded him all my comics for all of his cards. And I got all the sets that him and his mom curated together. So these, and knowing that I have the whole set of these Upper Deck Heroes autographs in baseball now, just a really special thing for me as a collector. And to have these cards is a complete dream come true. I mean, as much as any card in my collection I've ever owned, these things are ridiculous. Hold on, I gotta get some better cases. Dude, if I hit this thing, I mean, the whole show's over. Grab these things. I wasn't prepared like I thought I was. So having those cards, every card you see in my collection, I could trace to some moment in time. These just happen to be the extra special ones. And I am in awe that I get to look at all these cards every day. Okay, I've got 2 more Angels cards to share. And they both have meanings. The first one is why I love the second one. So the last one is my favorite Angels vintage card. I don't know when it became my favorite Angels vintage card, but it did at some point, and I don't know if it has a lot to do with this card here. It's Mike Trout from 2013 Topps. It's the 72 Minis. The reason this card has so much meaning to me is because when I went to a card show on where I live in Hawaii, and you guys know my card show is really small, and I took my nephew, and I gave him $20. There was 2 times. Second time he bought a Jeter. The first time, he bought this card on his own from a dealer for $10, ungraded, raw, and I thought it was just the coolest card I'd ever seen. And I just fell in love so much that I had to get my own. And I still look at his card every time I go over to his house. And it's Bruce. You guys know Bruce. He's been on my show. We did a show together. Dude, he's just so busy. And I'm so busy. It's hard to do shows again. But we will. And we still hang out. Trust me, he's surfing now. So it's just awesome. But this card right here, man, because of Bruce, I fell in love with this card. And when he bought it, I wasn't collecting modern then. And I was like, dude, that is an awesome card. And I remember who he bought it from. So we'll take this and move this into my all-time favorite vintage Angels card. Now, I have another one that is technically probably the greatest Angels card of all time. And I'm going to share that after this. But this is my favorite Angels vintage card of like a player that I love. And this is Nolan Ryan. Everything about this card screams Angels to me. I don't know why. It even has the old A, which I didn't grow up with. I grew with that one. But it's just a magical baseball card. And this one in particular, I mean, it is a stunner. And to find these centered like this, I know I'm talking centering again, but look at this 72 and a 4. It's like probably $75 when I bought it or something. Dude, you buy this in an 8 and it'll be off-centered almost guaranteed. And you're paying $800. Look at this. I get to display these two, and these two are on my wall next to each other, side by side. Yeah, sorry about the focus, guys. Just is how it's going to be tonight. I just love it. Now, let me grab the greatest Angels card of all time. And, dude, I had it. And then I put it back. Where did I put that thing? Oh my gosh. Hold on. It's coming. But I don't. Dude, I pulled it out specifically for the show, but then I forgot. I didn't add it to the stack of this. Oh yeah. Oh, I know why. It's because it's to be graded. It's going in my Double D slabs. Okay, I'm coming back right now. This card. And this is another YouTuber, and I mean, it's one we've already mentioned, we've talked about. This is the greatest Angels card maybe ever created in history. Just on an Angels basis. Who cares who it is? Look at this Billy Cohen. This is a Topps buyback from Shane, none other than Shane Shoebox Legends. Look at the A behind him. I grew up under that A. I had Boy Scouts. I was in Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts and Weeblos and all those things. And we had conventions at Angel Stadium in the parking lot. And I remember standing under that a million times. It's just awesome. And the halo right over his head. Obviously, they set this one up. I don't know if I've ever seen any card like this. And somehow Shane had this card and he thought of me and he sent it to me. It's got to be a 1 of 1. Greatest Angels card on just a simply magical basis. This one right here. It's just too rad. So Shane gets all the love on this one. I mean, he the way he has changed my collection and what he's done to the hobby for me is second to none on like a collecting basis. And I mean, he's just an awesome dude as well. But okay, so I just can't thank everyone enough for sending me these incredible cards that I've shared and indulging me with letting me tell you guys stories and share my cards and share my collection and share my thoughts. It means the world to me. And then you guys, I know you guys are listening because you guys send me stuff that just like matches to a T. So it's just radical how the hobby just keeps giving back. And I can't thank you guys enough. So for my second team, what I'm going to do is split this up into 2 videos because the next one is going to be another half hour. I know it because it's all vintage, and it's like probably my favorite collection of cards in my collection. And there's pickups. I can't express how excited I'm going to show the next one. So I'm gonna say over for the first episode, and the next one to be continued. This VR is going to the next round on my second favorite team to collect and why. And there's nostalgia attached. But this next collection I'm going to share is my favorite overall collection in my entire collection. And there's so many reasons for it. But one reason in particular. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Collect what you love. Be inspired. Don't be influenced.